You're watching World News Today with me, Lise Doucette. Welcome back, and what a welcome we have, because we're asking, what do the Japanese know about cooking, and exactly why should the rest of us find out? Well, sushi may be the extent of your knowledge when it comes to Japanese cuisine. It is, after all, becoming ever more popular in the fast food world across the world. But it goes much further than that. Japan is believed by many to be one of the most food-obsessed countries in the world. People go to huge efforts there to eat, well, the most outlandish of dishes. Well, one sure way to find out what goes on in culinary cuisine is to travel through the country, eating about as much as you can handle. And here with me is one man who did just that. Michael Booth, welcome to
Hello.
BBC World News. I have to begin by asking you, this is some of the sushi that we buy here in London.
Yeah.
Not the best, but it's some of it.
You have my sympathy.
Yes, yes. Is this Japanese cuisine?
Well, technically you could say that, yeah, but the issue is quality, and I wouldn't eat that. I've become a terrible food snob since I was in Japan.
Yes.
So I find it difficult to eat sushi outside of Japan now because it's this kind of rubbish.
But so tell me then about the kind of, if you were in Japan and going to have lunch, tell us what kind of Japanese cuisine that you would have.
Well, of course, sushi is one of the things I absolutely adore when it's done really well, and the key is the rice, and I can just see by looking at this that it would be quite
sticky rice, isn't it?
Yeah, but sushi rice should be sticky, but just sticky enough so that when you put it in your mouth it falls apart. So a great sushi chef will, when you walk into his restaurant, he'll judge the length of your jaw and make the size of the nigiri to fit your mouth perfectly, and he'll put it together just so it falls apart as it comes in your mouth. This, you're going to have to chew that quite a while, I think, before you risk swallowing it.
And what did you find on your odyssey across Japan, that Japanese people still value their cuisine? Because, of course, we hear stories about how they're starting to eat the fast food of the West.
Absolutely they are, and they're getting fatter because of it, and they're getting diabetes because of it, just as we are. But still, particularly if you travel out of major cities, you could still find incredibly seasonal food, very freshly made, obsessed by quality. You know, I've interviewed many chefs in the West about their food and their food philosophy, and they always say, oh, I keep my food simple, and I respect the seasons, and then they'll serve you some tuna in a great big tower like this. But the difference in Japan is their food really is simple in terms of clean, simple flavours, and they can have a season for a fruit or vegetable that might only last 2 weeks, but they'll focus on that, whether it be chestnuts or a type of spring fern, or everyone knows this first part of this month, this is when we're going to get the spring ferns, and they all go and eat those, and it's almost a quasi-religious thing for them.
Oh, you're making me hungry, but see, let's look at these pictures behind us. This is what, well, this actually seems to be from a Japanese